played on Saturday?
I feel like I did some things well, and I feel like I could have did some other things better. So just the focus for me was just fixing those things I could have did better. But hand placement, just things like that, and just listen to Coach Washington and what he said I could have did better.
Pete said he feels like you're playing with more confidence. Do you feel more confident going into this season?
Absolutely. I feel more comfortable. I told Coach Washington after the game, that was like one of my first games where I didn't, feel nervous before it. I just, felt at ease about it. And I just think that goes into like how I've been approaching every day and just every moment, I feel like, and listening to him.
Is that just related to having more experience, or is it based on, new coaches or a combination of that?
I just feel like just the approach Coach Washington have in helping me prepare, I feel like that played a big role, and just, experience plays a role too, but I just mainly say Coach Washington for real.
I think it was the third series you kind of knifed through there. It's one play that's been on the highlights and came across the field and got the guy and lifted him up and dragged him down. Was that a good way to get your season kind of off to a start with that kind of emphatic play, or what'd you feel about that?
We just always talking about setting the tone in the linebacker room, so that was just more so my mindset, just setting the tone.
Coach Washington seems like a pretty intense guy.
Yeah.
What's he like on game day, now that you know?
He's pretty intense. It's kind of hard to describe. It's one of those things you just got to be there to witness, I feel like.
So what kind of thing would I have witnessed if I had gotten to be close to Coach Washington on Saturday? Can you give me an anecdote that shows what an intense guy he is?
It's just like a light switch, I guess. That's the best way to describe it. Just start crazy.
Baron, to go back to that play that Steve was talking about, it looked like mid-'90s Andy Katzenmoyer out there, the way he got into the backfield. Is that a sign of, things are starting to click for you? Or can you read too much into one play?
I think it's just I watched a lot of film and just prepared. So I think it's just, like I said before, my approach, and just like I said before, I feel real comfortable, just in the defense and just, just playing. I'm not thinking, I just feel comfortable.
When you look back at where you came from, your recruiting rankings, just your athleticism in general, there's a lot of people who are really excited about your potential. Do you get a sense for that? Do you feel how excited some people are to, see if, things are going to go the way they think they are with you?
I feel like I know people have expectations and stuff, but I think the best thing I've done is just block all that out and focus on just getting better and listen to Coach Washington and just following his plan for me and just listen to the corrections he had for me, and that's really just been working for me. So I'm just going to keep doing the same routine I've been doing.
Aaron, you had your chance in last year to really seize the job, and it didn't quite happen the way I'm sure you wanted to. Did that give you extra determination this year that when you get your chance, you're really going to seize it?
Yeah, I think it's just more so taking advantage of every opportunity, because you never know when it's going to come back around, So that's all I've been focusing on, just taking it one day at a time. And like I said, just doing the same routine I've been doing every day with Coach Washington.
How would you assess the way you did play last year?
I just feel like I was thinking too much and I just didn't feel comfortable.
What's an example like Saturday, how you felt different on the field? You were able to do something because of not thinking as much. How did you feel it?
The biggest change I made is just how I prepared. I wasn't a big film guy before, so just watching film really and just, knowing what my opponent's going to do before they do it, just to get that edge. So.
Was there something you had seen on film that allowed you to make any kind of specific play on Saturday?
When we was breaking it down, that on that one play he was talking about, we saw indicators when watching film. So.
You said you didn't have nerves on Saturday, and I assume you probably won't have nerves moving forward because you feel so comfortable. How much of a relief is that when that's no longer part of your day-to-day being a linebacker?
I think it just allows you to have a clear mind, a clear soul. Something we talk about in our program, having a clear mind, clear heart, and clear soul. And just you're able to play faster and you're just able to play, you know what I'm saying? How you know you can play without thinking. And that's something I like to do, is play without thinking. And I was doing that Saturday, and I'm going to continue to do that.
And then UC, Cincinnati, they've been kind of compared to a Big Ten team. Would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah. We're not taking them lightly. I think they're a hell of a team, a hell of a program, and I think highly of their program and the players in the program.
What is it about their offense that would compare favorably to Big Ten style football?
I think the offensive line, they got a real good offensive line, real big size like Big Ten, and they play hard. So So
Barry, how much does it help to have the depth in the room that you guys have? It seemed like you guys were rotating and staying fresh. How much does that help a guy like you who's just starting to build some confidence, being able to stay fresh all the time?
I think what helps is just like when is going hard as we can every play. You know, it's not like we going hard and then we just like completely blew out. We got somebody else to like rotate in. You know, and you catch your breath and you just get right back in. So I mean, everybody likes the rotation. You know, so it's not an issue for them.
Well, the defensive line is dominating what they were in that first half. How much easier does it make a linebacker's job trying to read things, knowing that the defensive line's already there cleaning it up?
Easy. It's real easy.
You talked about the film study. This quarterback against UCLA, he converted a lot of 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, keeps plays alive, moves outside the pocket. Just in your mind as a linebacker, what are the things you guys are going to have to really focus on to get a hold of that matchup with him in particular in their offense?
Well, first off, I think the quarterback is like an extreme good player. Like he can throw the ball, he continues to like keep drives alive. So just watching him, I think he's a hell of a quarterback for real. And just, I feel like we just got to stop him. You know, I feel like there's no strategy. We just got to stop him.
You said you're blocking out outside expectations. What's motivating you right now?
For real, just trying to get better every day, you know, just keeping the same, like I said, routine and mindset, and just being the best player that I can be, because I know if I do that, that'd be more than enough.
I know Al said this spring that you were a guy that you'd be in his office waiting for him a lot of times to go watch film. Was that something that maybe you weren't doing the first couple of years that you were here?
You know, I started doing like towards like the end kind of, but I just feel like it's just different because I have a different relationship with Coach Washington. Like me and him got a great relationship. I had a great relationship with my former coaches too. You know, I'm not saying I didn't have one with them, but I don't know how to like describe it. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Just a different vibe.
He just connects with you better? I mean, how would you explain it?
Yeah, I would like to say I just feel like he connects with me better. We got to understand it.
Yeah. Well, let me ask one quickie. You may have already been asked, but the running back from Cincinnati, what jumps out at you about him? Jay Sean was talking about how hard he runs, et cetera, you know. And
I would definitely say that, how hard he runs to keep his feet moving, and he's not an easy tackle. So we got to do a great job of tackling.